because we've done that lovely meditation, so we're all ready for our perfect day. And I just want to check that she's aligned, because she is alive and well. Jane, could you just move your hips slightly that way? So what I want is a straight line down. So let me check again. That's better. And I want shoulders and hips aligned, and back of knees and feet. So I'm just going to move that foot slightly over, Jane. Right, this is setting you up for a better result. Because we all know with posture checks, some people are slightly higher on one side than the other side. So we want, before we even start the massage, we want to create that balance. So she wasn't balanced, and now she's more towards balanced. So we start off with the massage. Now you start off with whatever massage you like. So you could do the usual Swedish effleurage. You're feeling for tension knots, moulding the hands into the curves of the body. Or you could do your reverse effleurage, if everybody's familiar with the reverse effleurage. Down, I like this one. Up. I like it because you can give a little push on those upper fibres of trapezius, and they're the ones that we get the tension with. So pull up and push down. You can take it out to the upper arms. Okay, so you decide. We're on level 4, so you decide which effleurage you like to incorporate. Now, with different clients, I do different moves, so I've given you all the procedure, so please scribble on your procedure, and you can also incorporate your different moves as well. So it's not a prescribed routine. Like we said before, you can adapt it. You're the therapist, you can adapt it. So it's not a prescribed routine. So first of all, because I've got oil on my hands, I can now cover the stick. So I'm using a short, stubby stick, and I'm putting oil all over it. This is the tricky bit, keeping hold of it once the oil's on. So it's on the end, remember, because we want to use that for your focused tension knots afterwards. So that's your first one, your stubby one. So I've done effleurage already. You can either do, remember that client who thought that it wasn't therapeutic enough, she missed the touch. So you can do this one. So you've got your touch and you've got your stick as well. Now I won't do all the moves. Are you okay there, Jane? Do you want to put your hands by your side, or are they comfortable? Wherever's best for you. Are you alright?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So follow it up. Come down over the upper fibres of trapezius, and you can put more pressure on there. I felt a bit of a crunch there. And that's your usual place for tension.
How does that feel, Jane?
Nice, it's really good.
Does it?
Can you feel the stick?
Not really, no.
The trick is to keep it as an extension of your hand. So, oh, it's rolling a bit there. I don't think you saw that. I just felt it roll a little bit. You know when I said sometimes you lose the pressure because it rolls. So that's that one. You're doing an effleurage. That's following your hand, going lightly over the scapula now, and coming down. So that's one way to do it, and you do your 3 rows.
So if you had a really bony client,
You just go lighter. And there I came over. You'd adapt it like your usual massage. You can use it with bony clients.
yeah, yeah.
And came down her upper arm. Right, that's one side. of effleurage. So I'll show you another one. You can then do that if you're feeling like your hands, you've done 5 massages a day on the cruise ship and your hands can't take anymore. Come lightly round the scapula and again down over the upper fibres of trapezius. Lightly. Not so much pressure over the scapula, but do make sure you go over those upper fibres of trapezius. I like that one there, just for starting to release those tension knots. So that's your effleurage. You can do effleurage with a bigger stick. So, and try all of them. I like this bigger one if you're just using the stick rather than following it with your hand, because it covers, you can do more of an effleurage with this. You don't have to do your rolls of effleurage because it covers the whole of the area. And it's just getting used to that stick. It's quite weird at first, but it's just making sure that stick gets into all the different grooves. Come down to the upper arm, come round, and again you can start, if there's tension areas in the lower back, because we would have done a full consultation, and that's quite nice there, on the upper gluteals. And once, we should put some music on. Once you get going with the music, you can get into the rhythm of it. So, move it around. Bring it down. So that's your effleurage. They're your different effleurage moves on the back. So, for kneading then the back, get your little chubby one again. And you can start just by, do you start kneading at the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
Do you? Sometimes I start at the top, depends on the client. Anyway, your kneading is just like that really. And you can do it with your 2 hands. Or you can do it with one, like you did with the effleurage. Or, if you're just doing one-handed, and you want more control of it because it does tend to roll, that's an easier one to do your kneading with. So it's just like that chubby one cut in half. Come
I
round.
suppose it's just getting used to them, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
You know, when you can.
I'm not dropping it.
You know, because I get small ones.
Round the scapula. Upper fibres of trapezius. How does that feel, Jane?
Really nice.
Tell me if I'm going too deep.
I know, I need it, I'm very naughty.
She is naughty there. So whoever's working on Jane later, give her some more tender loving care on these upper fibres of trapezius. Start again on that side. And look how it covers more of the area than just your hand, because you're kneading with that palm, thenar eminence, aren't you? Look how much more it covers. So there you go again, over upper fibres of trapezius. And you can do a little stretch up to that occipital base. That's quite a nice one. You could do that with your chubby one as well. How does that feel,
That was
Jenny?
absolutely fab, that one.
Don't drop your stick. Take control of your sticks.
It's like when you drop your stones.
I know.
Right, naughty boy, come here, let me pick you up.
So she's saying that one feels quite nice. It's a nice little stretch on the neck. And again, you're stretching out upper fibres of trapezius. Just there, give it just a to and a fro rock. How's that, Jane?
Absolutely brilliant.
You can do that kneading round the scapula. Again, now I'm just using not the end, but just the upper part of the stick. So what other moves would we do then? What would be the next ones we'd do if we were just doing a body massage? So we've done kneading. So this could be the finger kneading, or we could, okay Jane, do the finger kneading with
Not
two.
department.
Sorry?
You can't do department with it, can you? No. Can you?
Because I've got my big sticks, I'm going to show you.
I was going to say that's not. And what about frictions?
No, frictions are a bit more difficult, but you can do beating.
Yeah, beating.
Who wants to beat Jane today? You can take out all your frustrations. You know, on that meditation when you had to forgive somebody, and you had to get rid of those negative charges. Who were you thinking about? Your students? I had a little smile to myself.
Should have done.
Okay, finger kneading then. Start at the top of the neck. Work your way down. Still the same. Losing my grip a little bit. So do you get the idea?
Yeah.
You can do virtually any move with your sticks.
I think I'd be fine with legs as well, but what about arms?
I'll show you arms in a minute. Let me just show you. This is probably from an aromatherapy move. If you wanted, so you've done your kneading to either side of the spine. You can then push out from the spine, and that's quite a nice one. So we've already pushed out a little bit from upper fibres of trapezius. And again, use your stick. So so here I'm only using the upper end of the stick. Push out, gently. But now you can use the middle. How does that feel, Jane?
Good.
We've got a good client in Jane, haven't we? Everything's good. So then I've come to the curve of her back. So I can't go any further with this end of the stick. So I'm going to pull it out, do that side. And I can go further down now because I've no ribs, I've more muscle to go at. And go right to the end. And then the same towards you. So roll that a little bit. And that really is the back. And because you are covering more area, just see how you go. You can either do the moves more or make it less time. So it might not take you an hour to do a full body massage because you could cover everything. It's more intense to get the same results, so it's more cost effective that way as well. I never thought of that. Okay, so you'd finish with effleurage. Let me do a reverse effleurage this time with the bigger stick rather than the chubby stick. So you could do, can you see there behind me? This one, reverse effleurage, coming up. See how that stick rolls, but just let it go because that's okay. Lightly over the scapula, push down on the trapezius, and take it down over the upper arm lightly. Bring it back up towards the axilla. Down over the trapezius, upper fibres of trapezius. Glide down to the elbow. Bring it back up to the axilla with pressure. You can bring that, you can do a whole effleurage there if you wanted. You didn't lose an arm.
Alright, so you can do your arms like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
So incorporate the arms into your back, or at least the back of your arms. Lightly over the elbow. What do you think so far? Pressure into the axilla. You just moved your pressure on your stick to the axilla. Sorry. I was going straight to the arm then. Okay, reverse effleurage. And again, it's easier on your posture because the stick's doing most of the work. Glide down to the elbow. Pressure back up to the axilla. Press into the axilla. Glide up from the wrist. Lightly over the elbow. Pressure into the axilla. That's the back. Any questions? Hang on, we haven't done the beating. So then, same with hacking. We're covering the back with the towel because it could be quite hard, and we've covered the sticks with a small towel just to take away the force of the stick. So then you could beat the gluteals, or what you could do actually, you could leave it to the end of the back. So you could have done backs of legs and back, and then beat the whole of the backs of the legs and the back. So just for now, right, get into the rhythm, and you would start by just gentle, of course, first, and tell me how it is, Jane.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. And you could go harder, of course, because you've got the gluteals. And again, they might feel like something's moving if they thought they might have a big booty. Lightly over the ribs and the kidneys. Chest would be good for chest infections and loosening that congestion. Lightly over the scapula. I don't think I've got I bet you can do some better beating than this. Anybody play the drums? Harder over the glutes. Come back. Bend your knees, think of your posture. And you can go faster or slower. Can that go a bit harder, Jane?
Yeah.
And that's it, really. Yeah, all those smokers are those people with chest infections. This would be great over the chest. How does that feel on the thoracic area, Jane?
No, it's good. Yeah.
And that's your beating. Okay. Leg. I'll do one back of leg and then you can even Jane up. Whoever's working on Jane. Do you have another towel? I'm just using plain grapeseed for this. If you've got essential oils here and you want to try some essential oils, by all means try essential oils on each other. The feet have been sprayed with alcohol and cleaned.
If you're doing a male and obviously they've got hairy legs or they're hairy in general, do the sticks not pull the hairs?
They're quite
Such.
smooth, the sticks. if you had, I suppose it's the same as your hot stones really. And depends how hairy they are and how long the hairs are, but yes, it
My
could be.
husband's like a gorilla, so
And how is he with hot stones then?
not too bad. Yeah.
Try
not too
it.
bad,
I've
yeah.
never
Just 'cause
massaged.
it's just, because it's a stick and you.
Yeah. I suppose it would be,
You know what I mean?
it might be a problem if you, could someone just pass me that towel, please?
The little one.
Yes, please. It might be a problem if it started to roll the stick.
Yeah. Just have to try.
Test it out on me today.
Yeah.
So, let's start. You don't have to, but I just want to show you the different sticks and the different lengths and the different widths. So let's start with a thinner one, but it's still quite a long one. So, does anybody want to come and move around to have a look at this? We're just doing effleurage to the foot. I'm getting in between the toes, doing a little rocking movement. How does that feel, Jane?
All right. Normally I've got ridiculously tickly feet, and it's actually.
All right, okay. So that's quite a nice one to do on the feet. Watch out for this bone here. And go round. Have we got any reflexologists amongst us? No. The reflexologist might tell us what we're working on. I think this is
The spine.
shoulder
Yeah,
and
it's the
that
spine,
side
your
of your
side.
back. Go like that. Give it a little rub if you felt the need. Ticklish or not, Jane?
No, not at all.
Right, good.
Like I say, normally I'd have kicked someone back.
And feet do tend to get neglected, don't they? So spend a few minutes on the feet, spreading them out, working on the sole, and then moving down over the balls of the foot and just working just underneath those toes, getting them spread out there. Okay, so that's the foot. Move your stick around to make it best for you. So I'm just using the end of the stick here. Come up to do effleurage. Yeah.
She is.
Right up past the gluteals. Look at that, how far I've gone now.
Lady's 110.
Just with one move.
Just nothing moving at all.
Have you not seen that programme, Humans? There's one of them robots who's not real.
Yeah, she's got perfect skin, Jane.
I have not.
You have.
Take the compliment, Jane.
Okay.
It looks fab on camera as well.
Does it?
HD.
Remember all the time we're balancing out that electricity in the body. So she's feeling re-energised, rejuvenated. Okay, that's your effleurage then. Now on the back, if you've noticed, I've covered quite a big area of the body already. So you've covered quite a lot of the legs, quite a lot of the arms. Let's change to half a stick. You can do aromatherapists. You could lift that, Jane, please. There we go. And do that stocking seam one there for the gastrocnemius. How's that, Jane?
Yeah, okay.
Slipping a bit.
Are you putting quite a lot of pressure on that there? Because it's usually quite sensitive, isn't it?
How's that feel, Jane?
Not much pressure at all. It doesn't feel like.
Does it look like there's a lot of pressure?
It does, yeah, it does.
No, it just feels more like a glide rather than any pressure.
Need now. Right, it's easier for me. You decide. It's easier for me to hold one end and knead with the other. massage up. I'm going deeper there on the glutes. Would you do an abdominal massage, do you think, with this?
As long as you followed the direction.
Yeah.
Probably do your finger kneading along the
Okay, that's your kneading. Effleurage. Ah, pardon?
I was just thinking that.
Yes. No. Your delicate areas, you can just do your own massage.
Everybody squirting milk at me. Might just do a slight.
Yeah, you might want to avoid that area.
bone.
Generally, if you go for a massage, they don't incorporate your beads unless you go for
No, they don't.